Sometimes you come across a picture that is not only a wonderful painting, but has also been on a fascinating journey. I'm here at Dickinson, a gallery in central London, to see a Van Gogh, which was bought for just £4 as recently as the 1960s in a sale of farmyard machinery. James Roundell, their head of Impressionist Pictures, is going to tell me all about it. So the thing that really strikes you is it's such a joyous painting, isn't it, really?
Well, for a Dutch period picture, which we normally think of as being dark and slightly dreary, this has really got oodles of colour and tremendous vibrancy of handling. For me, this is a picture that really looks forward in Van Gogh's work rather than backwards. We associate Van Gogh with this huge impasto, thick paint sort of put on the surface in a sort of mad scramble. And here you have thick paint applied, but in a more sort of measured way.
And actually looking at it closely, there's even blue that sort of matches the sky in the brickwork.
Yeah, just picks it up, yes. So we do begin to see characteristic Van Gogh handling. And the more one looks at it, the more you see, because there's so much care lavished on it. And it balances so perfectly. I think it's an important picture just for that. And then you have the story of how it got lost, because the next time it appears is in the 1920s in Staffordshire, where it was exchanged for a debt on animal feed.
Well, that is extraordinary. So this went along with tractors and whatever.
Exactly right. Well, it is a farmyard.
It is.
It is
very
farmyard,
appropriate.
But it was unknown. They thought it was by an artist called Vincent. So it sold for the princely sum of £4. And then it was bought at that auction, or who knows, maybe immediately after, by an antique shop dealer in Belsize Park, who also didn't know who it was by. And he put it in his window for £45. And it was bought by a guy called Dr. Luigi Grosso, and he didn't know what it was by, but he saw an exhibition at the Tate, and he thought, my picture looks a bit like that. So he wrote to Alan Bowness, the director of the Tate at the time, and said, I might have a Van Gogh, would you look at it? Bowness thought, no, this never happens, but bring it in. And he brought it in, and wow, he thought this really could be.
Everyone's dream,
yeah,
to find a Van Gogh.
Absolutely. For a picture with this checkered history, that no one knew what it was, no one valued it, it's in remarkably good shape.
It is, and the colours just sing that beautiful sky. So now that it's firmly established as a Van Gogh painting, what are you going to put on it as a price?
There are not hundreds of Van Goghs on the market, and in fact many of them are in museums as well. So it's an event when a Van Gogh appears on the open market. So we are talking about a price between 12 and 15 million euros. And for Van Gogh, that's not necessarily so much. That buyer for a picture of this importance could be a museum buyer or a private collector. Could be either, because it is such an important picture. Its attribution and the knowledge that it's by Van Gogh will never get lost again.
It's not going away, it's with us. That's wonderful. So as this painting is about to embark on another major step in its journey, it's a great example of how every picture really does have its own story to tell.